Like he has said, we have some Congole issues.
Yes.
In many of these police stations. Other police officers have made it a business, like venture. This one is giving Kaloba, and Kaloba 20 pin, 30 pin, gives the Kaloba, and they says, you pay me next month. Then increases interest, and these people who are innocent, you find that they are enslaved.
Goodness.
This Kaloba is not finishing. Then if that month you don't give him, then he rushes to this business venture, like to our police officer, who is now involved in the same debt collection. Then papa, again you find that there is a Kaloba issue, which is not supposed to be our jurisdiction.
True.
Then again, because that person didn't pay, say it is Akulangiza, unlawful detention.
Oh, good.
You're getting my point?
Yes.
Yes. So, unlawful detention again also results into over detention, because 3 days, 4 days ukalibopweza enda ukambe na makolo wako huko, bachite bwanji basakire ndalama. So all these sort of mistakes or corrections that we need to make are very pronounced in many of our police officers. Maybe because of tundalama tuakudia. Yes. So I've spoken about unlawful detention, like he has said. Lawful detention is within the framework of the law of 48 hours.
Okay.
Then a person must be charged and taken to court. But first, before you take to court, you take to NPA for their further perusal. Yes. Then there's the over detention. First of all, let me explain on unlawful detention.
Yeah.
Unlawful detention may not necessarily be within the 48 hours. That is maybe we say over detention. Unlawful detention can even be 1 hour, even 8 minutes. Yes. Why do we say so? You get somebody, police, we have powers by the constitution.
Correct, yeah.
A lot of powers. So sometimes, munda muchibemba baka munda ni muchabu. So we have police officers who are good and police officers who are not good. So these police officers who are not good, you find that they abuse their authority by detaining somebody unlawfully. By saying tie uchoka kumake tie uzaka bila kusogoro. That is also, I've already detained that person. People should understand.
Kukamba tabe kutu uzaka bila kusogoro.
Yes, I've already detained him. I haven't put him in custody, but by mere fact of my words, those are the powers that we have. That means that person is detained. Now, lawfully, if you detain that person, when you reach the station, he has the right to know, even when you are taking him, he has the right to know why.
Okay.
By why are you taking me to the police station? That is the right of a citizen. Okay, because mwenzo chaya na pa market. So he ni fighting in public. So mwenzo chaya na in public tieno. Then mkafika ku station footy, you enter into the occurrence book. You follow lawfully. Then after you enter in the occurrence book, then you charge that person. Then if it's something that he can pay admission of guilt, then he pays. That means that officer has done the rightful thing, the correct thing. Not when you reach the station, you say, manje, enda, without writing anywhere. Citizens have the right to sue that officer in his personal capacity. Not even the Attorney General, but his personal capacity will be sued for the unlawful detention.
All right.
Yes. So now we move on to over detention, like the commissioner said.
Yes.
Within the framework of 48 hours, we have our lawyer here from Eastern Division. He's going to explain further the technical language, the legal language. So within the framework of 24 to 48 hours, the person must be charged.
Okay.
After that, if you don't have any further evidence to take him to NPA and to court, you release that person only police bond.
Okay.
You're getting me? Police bond. Now, let me expand further on the police bond.
Yes.
People should know. Police bond is not payable. It's free. So members of the public must know. You find this unscrupulous police officer, what does he do? You will tell your makolo bako, let 2 pin.
Yes.
In fact, that's the range of that one. That's how they charge. 2 pin, 1 pin, 5. That is was a later, then the police bond is a You tell that officer that, no, I know my rights now. Police bond is not payable. If he insists, tell him that I will see the officer in charge. If the officer in charge is also compromised because he fears that officer, then see the officer commanding. If those have failed completely, we have our Commissioner Eastern Division, Mr. Mwemba. Yes, Mr. Robertson Mwemba. I don't think he can fail. before it reaches us at headquarters. When it reaches, we are not refusing you, citizen, to, I will leave the phone number, to phone us directly. If at the post, the officer in charge is funny, or the police officer is funny, call us. We know how to communicate with them on radio. And once we communicate with them on radio, everybody, the whole country and the IG is listening. Oh, Crispin now is calling Lundazi. Wow. What is happening? No, we are there is somebody who have detained unlawfully there. Bra. We want the police bond to be paid for. We have already heard the complaint has already come to us. Then the officer now will act professionally. Okay. Then the other thing I need to mention is we have quite already the police bond. Another document which is important on professionalism is the medical report form. Commission, allow me to expand on that one. The medical report form also is free. Not when the wife beats the husband, or the husband beats the wife, then the wife goes to complain to the police station. Then this officer is saying, amaimwe, the person koni chabe 2 pini, or the person koni 1.5, then mzatenga a medical report. That is wrong. That is unprofessionalism. Medical report is free as well. Maybe in some circumstances, maybe the station has no stationery and what. They will request the complainant probably to go and photocopy.
Yes.
That is in extreme circumstances. Yes. That means maybe at the station there's no stationery. That means that person is not supposed to pay. There's nothing like the turn 2 pin the photocopy. Who does the photocopying of 2 pin commission? No. It's 50 kwacha, maybe it's 20 kwacha or 2 kwacha photocopying. That's all. Otherwise, in extreme circumstances, any police officer who is found demanding money for a police bond, demanding money for a medical report form, please, they can escalate it to us. We are going to deal with this. I think we'll give you the number at the end of this one.
You have a lot
then
of clients.
Some other cases that we have is inaction.
Police inaction.
Police inaction. Now let me educate members of the public. Police inaction simply means you are the complainant. Waenda pa police station. Walembesa nkanija. Manje because the accused person china ndalama maningi. Chawa diesamo ma officers chachokapo na kuchokapo. So na chingereza sales. Then the police officers are dragging their feet in listening to your assault case. Listening to your theft case. That is what we call police inaction. That is also a very serious offense under the PPCC Act. If the police officer is inactive under a genuine case, when he's called to the PPCC, that's Police Public Complaints Commission, he will answer, and they will write to the IG for disciplinary measures for that particular police officer. So any officer, wherever you are, Lundazi, Chadiza, wherever you are at a police post, if a police officer is dragging his feet, is not acting according to what he is supposed to do, then you can escalate this to our professional standards unit, as well as you can do a double. You can escalate it to us, and then you can write a complaint letter to PPCC. Now, you have seen that the world now, us members say, so when you write a complaint letter, you can use your phone, copy it, then later on you send it to Commissioner Felix Ngoma, Secretariat. Then they will receive it and they will type it. So the point he was referring to, the Commissioner, was that even if we are in Lusaka at Home Affairs, our presence now is countrywide. What? Phones. Even in the village now. In the village, you can write a complaint letter. You write it quite all right. You sign, you put even your phone number. You photograph it. Then the commissioner is going to give us the phone number at the end of this. So in other words, nowadays, because of the technology, the PPCC are all over the country. Like he said, we have our council secretary. Then I heard that question which you asked very well. You said, what if the officer in charge and the council secretary are in good boots? They drink together beer. They do what? So meaning that that is a case of interest. That means he's supposed to declare interest, that he can't handle somebody's complaint because against the officer in charge. So in that case, if the council secretary knows the officer in charge, the council secretary knows the CIO, the complainant himself, if he doesn't have a smartphone, I think the neighbor or any other person, they can have a smartphone. let them just jot down in details, and the phone number is put there, and then do the needful with the phone, and then they send this on the WhatsApp for the PPCC, and there it is. It's in Lusaka. Within seconds, they start handling it. They say, oh, Lundazi, yes, there's this police brutality case, there's this inaction case. Then they come in and who travel together, who come and hear the case. Okay. Then the last part, let me not talk too much. The last is on police brutality.
Yes.
Yes. Police brutality, you know, as a police, we moved from the colonial time to independence time. And then after independence, we had the Second Republic, yes, Third Republic, and so on. So we have been transforming. Initially, when we were a colonial type of police, yes, the Muzungu just say, beat those. Yes, we had the Askaris from Mozambique.
Yes.
They came here, the Bazungu brought them so that they're not compromised with the people here. They don't know them. Then later on, we started recruiting our own police officers, the local ones, the Barots police. Then came Livingstone, Karomo. Then we came to Lilai. So we have been transforming slowly by slowly, bearing in mind human rights aspect.
Yeah.
So initially, police, yes, they were hard. When say tie, uzakambira kusogoro. That was proper police brutality those days. But now we are police service. From a police force to a police service, we are supposed to be a service to the members of the public. Okay. Not them to be our servants, but us, the servants of the people.
Great. So
now what do we mean? So anybody who, like Commissioner Ngoma said, anybody who has a case to answer, and he is told this is your case, and then you, police officer, you try to beat that person. The law does not allow that. Okay. You know this is the case. Your job is to investigate now, dig deeper, so that you take this person to NPA, then to court. That's your role as police officer, not to start extracting information by, you know, duress. The law does not allow that. So those are some of the cases that we encounter with my commissioner here. Police brutality is one of them.